Hey everyone, welcome to the guitar play-along video of Ripple by the Grateful Dead. After you watch this video, you practice a little bit, here's what it's going to sound like. Okay, seems simple enough. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, now here's what you need to do. We're going to work on your G and C transitions. That's going to be important. Hopefully you already know G and C. Hopefully you know D, A minor, and A major. This song has both A minor and A major. So you want to make sure you know how to play those chords, okay? Valuable chords. This strumming pattern that I'm doing over here with my right hand fits the song perfectly, and you're going to use it for lots of other songs in the future, trust me. So the idea here is you crank up the song, and I'm going to teach you how to play along with it. Song comes on the radio, grab your guitar. You can play from start to finish, okay? Or if you sit in with a friend's band, or if you're at a jam session, this will be a song that you can play from start to finish. Everything you need is right here on this page and contained in this video. Okay, so let's talk about the left hand quickly. Hopefully you know your G, C, D, A minor, and A major chords. In this video I'm not going to teach you how to play those chords. Hopefully you already know it, but there's one exception. I am going to give you a big tip on the G chord, and it's going to be super helpful for your long-term progress on this song. Okay, but we're not going to talk about the left hand too much because I'm hoping that you know those chords. But let's get that G chord out of the way. Because G and C are in sequence in this song, it starts off with a G chord going to C, and later the C goes back to G. There's quite a few occasions of switching between those two chords. Please, please, please play G with this fingering. Okay, now here's what I'm doing. Ring finger on the fattest string. Middle finger, fifth string, second fret. Pinky on the skinny string, third fret. Okay, ring finger, sixth string, third. Middle, fifth string, second. Pinky, the first string, third fret. Now, some of you have done this before. Great, you can skip ahead a little bit here. Those of you who have not played G with this fingering before, so useful when you're changing from G. Watch this. Go to the C chord. See how subtle a movement that is? G to C. G. See how the pointer finger is waiting for something to do, and then here comes the C chord. Pow. So I'm middle and ring. I'm making a very subtle little movement. Okay? It might be hard at first to get used to this chord. My students tell me that separating the ring and the pinky can be kind of tricky. Anyone can do it. Stick with it. It's going to help you play this song and so many other songs. Okay? Highly recommend it. And that's about it for the left hand. Okay? I'm hoping that you know your A minors and all those other chords. Now, I have a helpful strum pattern to teach you. We're using this song essentially as a vehicle to get this strum pattern going. I'm going to illustrate the strum pattern right now with a G chord. And the pattern, my nickname for it, is called the Boom Chicka pattern. Now hopefully it looks pretty simple, and it is. A couple little key points. Depending on which chord you're fingering, you will do a different fat string, a different bass string with your pick. In the case of G, you will be hitting that low, the lowest, fattest E string right here. Okay? But with the C, A, and A minor, the first thing you're going to do is pluck the fifth string. Whether it's C or A minor. So that's crucial. And lastly, on the D chord, the very first thing in the Boom Chicka pattern for the D chord, you're going to pluck the fourth skinny string, also known as the D string. So the Boom Chicka pattern has the boom and the chicka. So the boom is what we're addressing right now. The very first thing your pick does. It hits a single string and then continues on with the rest of the pattern. But which single string it hits depends on which chord you're holding. Okay? So I'll review this one more time very, very quickly. When you're holding a G chord, you're going to hit the fat string first. C, A, or A minor, you're going to hit the fifth string first. I'm illustrating with a C chord right here. And on the D chord, you're going to hit the fourth string first. Okay? Now, this second part is the chicka. Again, I'm going back to the G chord to illustrate this. The chicka, I can't emphasize this enough. A light little brush down up for the chicka part. You should be holding the pick even lighter than you were holding it for the G. Hold it as lightly as possible. A little quick down up, emphasizing the skinnier strings. In fact, that upstroke, I'm barely even hitting 2 of the strings. Maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 1, depending, okay? The less you think about the upstroke, the less you think about it, the better. Now I'm going to illustrate it some more. For variety, I'm going to illustrate it with a C chord. I'm going to do the whole boom chicka. Okay? I squeeze the pick a little bit on the boom to get a clear, firm sound, and then I just relax for that chicka. So squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax. The goal here is to get a contrasting sound, a punchy bass note and then a light strum. Okay, so let's do a quick review. For the left hand you have G, C, D, A, and A minor. For the right hand you have the boom chicka strum. Alright, now we're almost done with this short video and this play along concept. We're almost done. If you zoom in your eyes right here for a second, I've charted out the whole tune. Every time you see an alphabet letter, a chord name, like G right there, that G, you're going to strum boom chicka boom chicka. You're going to do 2 boom chickas on that G. You're going to do 2 boom chickas on that G. Does that make sense? 2 boom chickas on that C, and so on. Okay? Now you'll notice sometimes we stay in a chord for a long time. We're on that C for all these times. Other times we might be on a chord for just a moment, like say that A major down there. It doesn't last for very long. You know, it'd be 2 boom chickas. It would sound like this. A major. That's it. And it's already time to go on to the D chord. Okay? Now, at a certain point, you're going to want to freeze the video here so you could take a good look at this, maybe even copy it down, you know, on your own piece of paper or however you want to do it. While this song is pretty simple and straightforward, it's a pretty long chord sequence, you know. You could describe this as being, 16 different tasks to do there for the verse. And the chorus, the part where they actually say ripple, has there's 8 total jobs to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you might want to freeze the video. Don't worry, I don't mind. I'll be here when you get back, and copy this down for yourself. All right, unless you've got great memory. Okay, so hopefully you don't have too many questions so far. I'm going to talk for another minute or two, but I'll pause here and thank you for watching. Check out the information down below. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I've got a lot more of these guitar play-along videos posted and more to come. I've got a lot of instructional videos posted that I hope you enjoy, and please do subscribe. Okay, so I'm going to hum along now this time when I play, and I'm going to play just the verse. I'm going to stop on that G right there, okay? And hopefully with my great humming, you'll get a sense of where the song, what's going on with the song. Okay, and that brought us up to that G right there. And if you know the song pretty well, it actually does a couple verses before it finally goes on to the chorus. Okay? Now the chorus, right on the word ripple. Ripple. Clear water. And I'm ending on that D, and then it's time to go back to the G again. Now here's what I hope you're going to get from this video. I hope you're going to get a good workout with your left hand. I hope it's going to help you memorize and sort of cement in place these chords, because these chords are so useful for so many songs. I hope you believe me that this version of G, this fingering of G, is so helpful. Any song that involves G and C going back and forth, I guarantee you this G is the way to go. Okay, is it mandatory? It's not mandatory, but it helps so much, especially if you're trying to shave those little tiny seconds off your chord changes, which most beginners are trying to do, right? You might know the chords, it's the transitions that kill you, right? By the way, I've got a video about changing chords faster. So check out my other videos. I've got a whole video about how to change chords faster. Okay? And for the right hand, I hope you're getting a sense for this familiar sound. You've heard this before, and now you're getting a sense of how it works. You play one of your bass strings, either your 6th, 5th, or 4th, and then you kind of answer back with that little chicka. Okay? By the way, if we step away from ripple for a second, this boom chicka pattern sounds fantastic. Speed it up. And there's so many variations, so many fun things you can do. For instance, if you're on a chord for several revolutions through the boom chicka, okay, you could do the boom part on alternating strings. I'm going to alternate between 6 and 4 on my G. Check this out. Not only does it sound great, but it's great for working on your aim with your right hand. Another thing you can do, and you might recognize this kind of sound from this tune, is little bass runs to connect different chords. Okay? So, again, putting this song aside for a moment, check out this sound. Okay, that kind of sound, right? It's based on the boom chicka. So the boom chicka is like a prerequisite. You got to get good at that first. But then it's so much fun to put in that extra stuff. And I think somewhere I've got a video about bass runs or bass note runs as well. You can check that out. All right, everybody. Hey, look, I appreciate you watching. I love doing these videos. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Check out my other ones. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the information down below. And I hope you have a lot of fun playing this tune. Thanks for watching, everybody.